The luxury shopping street was busy and alive. Large, fancy stores lined the road, showing off shiny handbags, sparkling jewelry, and stylish clothes in their windows. People walked with bags full of expensive items, chatting happily and looking proud of their purchases. Inside, one of the most famous stores, everything looked fancy and rich. The floor was shiny marble, chandeliers sparkled overhead, and soft music played. The workers wore sharp suits and dresses, smiling at the wealthy customers and helping them pick out expensive items. Among all this, Sophia walked in quietly. She wasn't like the other shoppers. Her outfit was simple, a plain, elegant dress and comfortable shoes. She carried herself with calm confidence. While she wasn't flashy, her presence made people notice her. Sophia moved toward a glass case, displaying diamond necklaces. The workers behind the counter noticed her. One of them whispered to another, then smirked. Nearby, the store manager, a tall man in a perfect suit, watched her closely. His eyes were filled with judgment. One worker murmured, "Does she think she can afford anything here?" Their voices were quiet, but Sophia heard them. Sophia stopped by the necklaces and leaned closer to admire them. Before she could take a good look, the manager walked over, his fake smile thin and unkind. "Can I help you?" he asked in a voice that seemed polite but was filled with doubt. Sophia gave him a warm smile. "Yes, I'd like to see this necklace, please." The manager's forced smile grew tighter. "That necklace is from our exclusive collection," he said. "Maybe I can show you something more appropriate?" Sophia's calm face didn't change. "I'd still like to see this one." The manager hesitated, glancing at her simple outfit again. "Are you sure?" he asked. His tone was sharp now. "It's very expensive." Other shoppers started paying attention. Some pretended to browse, while others openly watched. Sophia could feel their eyes on her, but she stayed calm. "I understand," she said. "Please, show me the necklace." The manager sighed, annoyed. "Maybe you should check our website," he said coldly. "This store is for serious buyers." Sophia's face hardened just a little, but her voice stayed calm. "Does shopping here require a special dress code?" she asked. A few shoppers gasped quietly, whispering among themselves. The room felt tense. The manager crossed his arms. "We can refuse service to anyone," he said loudly. "I'm asking you to leave." Sophia took a deep breath. She opened her purse and pulled out her wallet. "Would you like to see my ID or credit cards?" she asked. The manager waved her off impatiently. "That's not necessary. Just leave." The store fell silent. Everyone was watching Sophia. She stood still for a moment, looking at the manager. Then she put her wallet back into her purse and stood tall. "Thank you," she said softly, her voice strong and steady. "Thank you for showing me the type of person you are." Without another word, she turned and walked out. The shoppers whispered even louder after the door closed. Some looked shocked, while others muttered angrily about the manager. Sophia walked calmly to a sleek black car waiting outside. The driver opened the door for her. As she stepped in, she took out her phone and made a call. "I want to buy that building," she said firmly. "Let's get started." The scene ended, leaving everyone wondering, who is Sophia? Why did she leave so calmly? And what will happen when she comes back? Sophia sat in the back seat of her sleek black car, the quiet hum of the engine a soothing contrast to the buzzing thoughts in her mind. Her calm exterior hid the determination burning inside her. She opened her phone and made a second call, her voice steady but commanding. "Peter," she said, speaking to her trusted business advisor, "I need details on the luxury building at 12th Avenue, the one housing the store I just left. start the process to purchase it. Peter's response was quick, professional, and curious. Understood. May I ask what sparked this interest? Sophia smiled faintly, recalling the store manager's rude tone. Let's just say I had an enlightening experience there today. I'll explain later. Sophia leaned back in her seat, looking out the tinted window as the city sped by. Her calm demeanor masked the storm of emotions inside. She wasn't just angry. She was focused. Sophia had spent years building her success through resilience, intelligence, and grace. And she wasn't about to let one store manager's prejudice define her. By the next morning, Peter had assembled a full report on the building. Sophia sat in her spacious home office, sipping coffee as she reviewed the documents. The building was prime real estate, housing several high-end stores, offices, and a rooftop restaurant. The luxury boutique that had dismissed her was its centerpiece. "This is perfect," Sophia said, glancing at Peter on a video call. "How soon can we finalize the purchase?" Peter adjusted his glasses. "With your resources, we can expedite the process. It could be completed within a week." Sophia nodded. "Good. Let's move forward." Over the next few days, Sophia's team worked tirelessly to secure the deal. Lawyers, financial advisors, and real estate agents coordinated under Peter's leadership, ensuring every detail was perfect. Sophia remained calm and focused, but she also felt a quiet satisfaction building inside her. She wasn't just buying a building. She was sending a message. A week later, the deal was done. Sophia now owned the entire building, and the boutique that had humiliated her was operating on her property. The first thing she did was schedule a visit to the store. This time, she wasn't alone. Sophia arrived in her black car, stepping out gracefully in a tailored outfit that radiated confidence. Behind her was a small entourage of assistants and Peter, who carried a leather briefcase. The group walked into the boutique, instantly catching everyone's attention. The same manager from her first visit spotted her and frowned, clearly recognizing her. His arrogance hadn't faded. He approached quickly, his fake smile firmly in place. "You're back," he said, his tone dripping with condescension. "What brings you here today?" Sophia's calm gaze met his. "I'm here for business," she said simply. The manager raised an eyebrow. "Business? Do you mean shopping?" His tone was mocking. Sophia didn't reply right away. Instead, she turned to Peter, who handed her a folder. She opened it, pulling out a stack of papers. "No," she said, her voice firm but polite. "I'm here as your landlord." The manager's smug expression froze. "Excuse me?" he asked, his voice faltering. Sophia handed him the documents. "I purchased this building last week," she said. "That means this boutique now operates under my ownership." The room went silent. Customers and employees alike stared in shock. The manager's face turned pale as he skimmed the papers, realizing they were legitimate. He looked up at Sophia, his arrogance replaced by panic. I didn't know," he stammered. I didn't mean—" Sophia held up a hand, stopping him. "There's no need to explain," she said calmly. "I believe your behavior the last time I was here spoke for itself." Sophia turned to address the employees and customers who were watching in stunned silence. "This isn't about revenge," she began, her voice steady but filled with purpose. "This is about respect. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity, no matter how they look or what you assume about them." Her words carried weight, and the crowd nodded in agreement. The employees looked uneasy, clearly aware of their manager's previous behavior. The customers murmured among themselves, their admiration for Sophia evident. She turned back to the manager. "I expect you to treat every customer who walks through these doors with the respect they deserve. If you can't manage that, I'll find someone who can." The manager nodded quickly, his confidence completely shattered. "Of course," he said. "It won't happen again." Sophia didn't linger. She had made her point. As she turned to leave, a young sales associate approached her hesitantly. "Ms. Sophia," she said quietly, "thank you for what you said. It means a lot." Sophia smiled warmly. "Thank you," she said. "Remember, kindness always wins." Word of Sophia's actions spread quickly. News outlets picked up the story, and social media buzzed with praise for her. People admired her grace and determination, calling her an inspiration. The boutique saw an immediate change in its atmosphere. Employees treated customers with genuine kindness, and the manager worked hard to repair the damage he had caused. Sophia, however, didn't dwell on the attention. She continued her work, knowing there were always more battles to fight and more people to inspire. For her, this wasn't just about one store or one manager. It was about setting an example and reminding people of the power of respect and kindness. Sophia's story became a lesson for everyone who heard it. It reminded people to look beyond appearances and treat others with dignity. It also showed the strength of standing up for what's right, not with anger, but with purpose. Where are you watching this story from? Let us know in the comments below. And if this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Together we can make the world a kinder place. Sophia was determined to turn the humiliation she faced into an opportunity to make a bold statement. She wasn't just going to prove her worth to the boutique staff who disrespected her. She was going to create lasting change. Her actions over the next few days would show the world that success, dignity, and respect could overcome any bias. That evening, Sophia gathered her close team of advisors. Together, they mapped out the steps to acquire the building housing the boutique. It wasn't just a matter of money. It was about careful planning and ensuring every detail was in place. Peter, her trusted financial advisor, presented the numbers confidently. "Sophia," he said, "this is not just a strategic business move. It's a statement. People will remember this." Sophia nodded, her calm expression hiding the fire inside. "Let's make it happen." Sophia spent the next few days coordinating with her legal team and real estate experts. Every call, meeting, and document was handled with precision. She stayed composed, her every action deliberate and purposeful. At the same time, Sophia made an effort to support her community. She attended a local fundraiser she had sponsored, where her presence brought hope to families who admired her resilience. When asked about her recent experiences, Sophia smiled and said, "Sometimes life gives you challenges to remind you of your strength." These appearances didn't just enhance her reputation, they sent a powerful message. Sophia was seen as a leader who could face adversity with grace and use her influence to uplift others. Just a week after the incident, Sophia officially became the owner of the building. The speed of the transaction surprised even her team, but Sophia's quiet determination had driven them all to work harder. Peter delivered the news in her elegant office. "It's done, Sophia. The building is yours," he said with pride. Sophia leaned back in her chair, a small smile crossing her face. "Good," she replied. "Let's schedule a visit. It's time to remind them who they're dealing with." On the day of her visit, Sophia arrived with quiet confidence. She wore a sleek, understated outfit that radiated sophistication. As she stepped into the boutique, the staff froze, recognizing her instantly. The manager who had dismissed her before hurried over, his expression shifting between surprise and nervousness. "Ms. Sophia," he began, his tone overly polite. "Welcome back. How can we assist you today?" Sophia regarded him calmly. "I'm not here to shop," she said evenly. "I'm here as the new owner of this building." Her words hit like a thunderbolt. The manager's jaw dropped and he struggled to respond. I didn't realize," he stammered. "Please, allow me to apologize for the misunderstanding last time." Sophia's expression didn't waver. "Apologies are a start," she said firmly, "but respect should never be conditional. Now tell me, what changes are you prepared to make to ensure every customer feels welcome here?" Over the next hour, Sophia walked through the boutique, her presence commanding respect. She observed the staff's interactions with customers, engaging with them in calm but meaningful conversations. The young sales associate who had tried to help her during her first visit looked relieved to see her and whispered, "Thank you for coming back." Sophia called a meeting with the boutique's leadership team. "This is more than a business," she told them. "It's a reflection of values. And from now on, this boutique will be a place where every person feels valued, no matter who they are." Words set a tone that left the staff inspired, but also reflective. They knew the store's culture would have to change, starting from the top. Sophia's visit didn't stay private for long. Someone in the boutique had taken a photo of her calm but commanding presence and posted it online, captioning it, "The new owner is teaching us all a lesson in respect." The post went viral within hours, with thousands of people applauding Sophia's grace and strength. "Imagine being disrespected and then coming back as the boss," one commenter wrote. Another said, "Sophia is the definition of elegance and power." The story inspired hashtags like "Respect Wins" and "Sophia's Lesson," sparking conversations about equality and the importance of treating everyone with kindness. Sophia didn't just stop at setting expectations. She ensured they were followed. She hired a diversity consultant to train the boutique staff on how to provide exceptional service to all customers. She also implemented new policies to make the store more inclusive. The boutique's reputation began to change. Customers who had once felt intimidated by its exclusivity now felt welcome. Sales increased, driven by the positive buzz surrounding Sophia's actions. One day, the young sales associate approached Sophia with tears in her eyes. "Thank you for not giving up on us," she said. "You've shown me what true leadership looks like." Sophia's actions didn't just impact the boutique, they inspired a larger movement. She launched a campaign called Luxury for Everyone, partnering with other high-end brands to promote inclusivity in the luxury industry. Her campaign emphasized that true luxury wasn't just about exclusivity, it was about creating experiences that made people feel valued. Sophia also used her platform to support small businesses owned by women and minorities. She funded mentorship programs, provided grants, and hosted workshops on leadership and entrepreneurship. The boutique's manager, initially resistant to change, slowly embraced Sophia's vision. Under her guidance, he became a more empathetic leader, earning the respect of both his staff and customers. In a staff meeting, he openly admitted his past mistakes. "Sophia taught me a lesson I'll carry for life," he said. "Respect is non-negotiable, and leadership means holding yourself to the highest standard." His transformation was a testament to the impact of Sophia's leadership, not just on a business, but on the people within it. As Sophia reflected on her journey, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. What had started as a moment of humiliation had turned into an opportunity to inspire change. Her story resonated with people across the world, proving that dignity and strength could overcome prejudice. Sophia's life wasn't just about personal success, it was about creating a legacy of empowerment and equality. Through her actions, she reminded everyone that true leadership isn't about power. It's about uplifting others. Sophia's story serves as a powerful reminder that every challenge can be turned into an opportunity. Her calm strength, strategic thinking, and commitment to fairness transformed not just a boutique, but an entire community. If you were inspired by Sophia's journey, share your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if faced with a similar situation? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story to spread the message of resilience, respect, and empowerment. The air outside the luxury boutique was thick with tension as Sophia stood on the sidewalk, clutching her designer purse tightly. Her heels clicked softly against the pavement as she shifted uncomfortably, replaying the scene that had unfolded just moments ago. Inside, the bright lights gleamed off glass displays holding items she had long admired: high-end handbags, designer dresses, and sleek accessories. It was a place she had saved up to visit, dreaming of treating herself to something special. But the way she had been treated inside was something she could never have anticipated. Sophia had entered the boutique earlier with excitement. Her outfit was stylish yet understated, her hair and makeup immaculate. She had worked tirelessly to build her career, rising from humble beginnings to a successful entrepreneur. This trip to the boutique was meant to be a celebration of her hard work. But as soon as she stepped inside, she felt the sharp sting of judgment. The store was pristine, filled with an air of exclusivity. Soft, classical music played in the background, blending with the murmurs of well-dressed customers browsing the racks. A polished sales associate approached her almost immediately. Unlike the warmth she had hoped for, the woman's smile was cold, her gaze assessing. "May I help you?" the associate asked, her tone clipped. Sophia offered a polite smile. "Yes, I'm looking for something special. Maybe a dress for an upcoming gala." The associate's eyes narrowed slightly, flicking over Sophia's attire before glancing at a nearby colleague. There was a silent exchange, one Sophia couldn't quite decipher but felt deep in her gut. Still, she kept her composure, moving toward the rack of designer dresses. The associate followed her, maintaining a careful distance. "These dresses," she said pointedly, "are quite exclusive. Perhaps you'd like to try something from our more casual section." Sophia paused, her hand hovering over a beautiful gown. "Actually, I think this one is perfect. Could I try it on?" The associate hesitated, her smile faltering. "I'm afraid that dress may not be available for just anyone. We reserve certain pieces for our VIP customers." The words hit Sophia like a slap. She froze, her chest tightening as the weight of the associate's insinuation settled over her. "I wasn't aware there were restrictions on who could try on a dress," she said, her voice calm but firm. The associate's smile returned, more condescending this time. "It's just policy. Perhaps if you're serious about a purchase, you could browse our accessories instead." Sophia felt the stares of other customers, their curiosity mingling with the tension. The humiliation was unbearable. She placed the dress back on the rack and turned toward the door, her steps measured but heavy. As she left the boutique, the faint sound of laughter from the staff followed her out. Outside, the city bustled around her. Cars honked in the distance. Pedestrians hurried past, and the scent of fresh coffee wafted from a nearby cafe. But Sophia barely noticed. Her mind raced with a mix of anger and resolve. She couldn't let this slide, not this time. For years, she had faced subtle discrimination and condescension, often brushing it off to avoid confrontation. But this was different. She pulled out her phone and made a call. The voice on the other end was familiar and reassuring. "Sophia, what's going on?" "I need your help," she said, her tone steady but determined. "Meet me at the boutique. I have a plan." Her contact arrived within the hour, a sharp-dressed lawyer who had worked with Sophia on several business deals. Together, they entered the boutique, their presence commanding attention. The same sales associate who had dismissed Sophia earlier glanced up, her expression faltering. Sophia walked straight past her, heading for the boutique manager's office. The manager, a man in his 40s with a tailored suit and a practiced smile, greeted her with a mix of surprise and skepticism. "Can I help you, ma'am?" "Yes," Sophia replied, setting her purse on his desk. "I'd like to discuss purchasing this building." The manager blinked, momentarily at a loss. "I'm sorry, what?" "You heard me?" Sophia said, her voice unwavering. "I'd like to buy this building. Let's talk numbers." The manager stammered, his professional demeanor slipping as he tried to process her words. Meanwhile, her lawyer handed over a folder containing documents and financial details. It was a calculated move, one Sophia had planned meticulously. She knew the boutique was part of a larger chain, but the building itself was owned by a private landlord, and Sophia had already done her research. The manager's shock turned to discomfort as he realized she wasn't bluffing. The sales associate from earlier hovered nearby, her face pale as she overheard the conversation. Sophia caught her eye briefly, then turned her attention back to the manager. "This boutique represents a brand that prides itself on luxury and exclusivity," Sophia said, her tone sharp. "But exclusivity should never come at the cost of dignity or respect. Today, your staff failed to uphold those values, and now I'm in a position to ensure that never happens again." The negotiation that followed was intense. Sophia's lawyer handled the details, but Sophia made it clear that she wasn't just buying the building. She was buying the power to make a change. By the time they left the office, the deal was practically sealed. News of the incident spread quickly. Within days, headlines and social media posts detailed Sophia's bold move. The boutique's staff was replaced, and the store underwent a complete rebranding under Sophia's ownership. She introduced new policies emphasizing inclusivity and respect, ensuring that every customer, regardless of background, felt valued. Sophia's story resonated far beyond the walls of the boutique. People from all walks of life shared their own experiences of discrimination, praising Sophia for standing up and taking action. The boutique became a symbol of change, attracting customers who admired its commitment to fairness and excellence. 1 year later, Sophia returned to the boutique for a special event. The store was thriving, its reputation transformed. As she addressed a crowd of supporters and customers, she reflected on her journey. "This building isn't just a boutique," she said. "It's a reminder that we all have the power to create change. When we stand up for ourselves and others, we pave the way for a better future." The applause was thunderous. Sophia looked out at the faces of those who had come to celebrate with her, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. Her journey had been challenging, but it was proof that resilience and determination could turn even the most humiliating moments into opportunities for greatness. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story to inspire others. Together, we can make the world a kinder, more inclusive place. The sun was shining brightly over the bustling downtown street. Luxury stores lined the sidewalks, their large windows displaying glittering products designed to catch the eye of wealthy shoppers. People strolled in and out of high-end boutiques, carrying branded bags that showcased their expensive tastes. Among the crowd was Maya, a young black woman in her early 30s. She wore a simple, elegant outfit, a crisp white blouse, well-fitted jeans, and comfortable flats. Her style was understated, yet there was an undeniable confidence about her. Maya's hair was tied back in a neat ponytail, and she carried a practical leather handbag. To anyone paying close attention, there was something in her calm demeanor that hinted at a deeper strength. Maya walked up to the entrance of a luxury clothing store, a boutique known for its exclusivity. Its polished gold door handles sparkled in the sunlight, and the large sign above the entrance boasted the name of a brand synonymous with wealth. As she reached for the door, it swung open, and a sharply dressed store manager stepped out. The woman, whose name tag read Chloe, gave Maya a quick glance before her expression turned cold. "Excuse me," Chloe said, blocking Maya's path. "Can I help you?" Maya smiled politely. "I'd like to look around, maybe try on a few pieces." Chloe hesitated, her eyes scanning Maya's outfit as if searching for a flaw. "Our store caters to a certain clientele," she said stiffly. "We have very high-end items here. Are you sure this is what you're looking for?" Maya's smile faltered slightly. "I'm aware of that," she replied calmly. "I'd still like to browse." But Chloe didn't step aside. Instead, she folded her arms and raised an eyebrow. "Perhaps it would be better if you tried one of the outlets a few blocks down," she suggested, her tone patronizing. "Our items are quite expensive." The implication in Chloe's words was clear. Maya took a deep breath, choosing to remain calm. "I'd like to see for myself," she said evenly. "May I come in?" Chloe sighed loudly, making no effort to hide her annoyance. "Fine," she said, stepping aside. "But please don't touch anything unless you're serious about purchasing." Maya entered the store, her confidence undimmed despite the unwelcoming atmosphere. Inside, the boutique was immaculate. Expensive dresses hung on racks, and glass cases displayed sparkling jewelry. A few other customers browsed the store, all of them dressed in designer clothing. Maya walked slowly, admiring the craftsmanship of the items on display. But as she moved through everything, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Chloe and another salesperson, a young man named Trevor, followed her movements closely. They whispered to each other, glancing at Maya with disapproval. "Does she really think she can afford anything here?" Trevor murmured, loud enough for Maya to hear. Chloe smirked, her gaze narrowing. Maya picked up a sleek black handbag and inspected its stitching. It was a beautiful piece, and she imagined how practical it would be for her travels. But before she could examine it further, Chloe approached her. "Please, be careful," Chloe said sharply. "That bag costs more than most people make in a month." Maya turned to face Chloe, her expression calm, but her voice firm. "I'm aware of the price," she said, "but thank you for reminding me." Chloe huffed, clearly irritated. "If you're not planning to buy anything, I'll have to ask you to leave," she said. The tension in the store grew palpable. Other customers paused their shopping to watch the exchange, their expressions ranging from curiosity to discomfort. Maya remained composed. "I haven't finished looking yet," she said. "I'll leave when I'm ready." Chloe's face turned red with frustration. "We reserve the right to refuse service," she snapped, "and I'm refusing service to you. Please leave immediately." Maya stared at Chloe for a long moment, her calm exterior unshaken. "All right," she said finally. "I'll go." As Maya walked out of the store, she could feel the stares of the employees and customers on her back. But she didn't let it bother her. She had other plans. Outside, Maya pulled out her phone and made a call. "It's me," she said into the receiver. "I'd like to move forward with the purchase we discussed. Yes, the building. Can we finalize it today? Great. I'll meet you there in an hour." Maya hung up and hailed a cab. Inside, she leaned back and smiled to herself. She had anticipated encountering resistance, but she hadn't expected it to be so blatant. It was time to teach the store a lesson in humility. An hour later, Maya stood in the office of a real estate agent, signing papers with a flourish. The boutique she had just been kicked out of was located in a building she had been considering purchasing for some time. After her experience, the decision had become much easier. The sale went through without a hitch. "I can't wait to see the look on their faces," Maya said with a small smile. The next day, Maya returned to the luxury store. This time she was greeted with a mix of confusion and panic. Chloe approached her cautiously, her expression a mix of disbelief and forced politeness. "What are you doing here?" Chloe asked. "I thought I made it clear." "You did," Maya interrupted smoothly, "but I have some news for you." Before Chloe could respond, Maya pulled out a set of keys and held them up. "As of this morning," Maya said, her voice calm but authoritative, "I am the owner of this building, which means I'm your landlord." The silence that followed was deafening. Chloe's jaw dropped and Trevor looked like he might faint. The other customers stared in shock. You're joking," Chloe stammered. "I assure you I'm not," Maya replied, "and I expect all my tenants to treat their customers with respect, regardless of how they look." Chloe's face turned a deep shade of red. She opened her mouth to respond, but no words came out. Maya turned to Trevor and the other employees. "I'll be scheduling a meeting with the store's management to discuss new policies," she said. "Until then, I suggest you think carefully about how you treat people." Maya's calm demeanor never wavered as she left the store, leaving a stunned silence in her wake. Outside, a small crowd had gathered, having overheard parts of the exchange. As Maya walked away, a young woman approached her. "Excuse me," the woman said, her voice filled with admiration. "I saw what happened. That was incredible." Maya smiled warmly. "Thank you," she said. "But it wasn't just for me. It was for anyone who's ever been treated unfairly." The story quickly spread, with witnesses sharing the events on social media. Videos of Maya confronting Chloe went viral, sparking discussions about prejudice and the importance of respect. Maya's calm but powerful response inspired countless people to stand up against discrimination in their own lives. In the days that followed, Maya received messages of support from people all over the world. She used the attention to promote her advocacy work, emphasizing the need for equality and kindness in all aspects of life. "Change doesn't happen overnight," Maya said in an interview, "but every step we take toward understanding and respect brings us closer to a better world." And as the luxury store adjusted to its new reality, Maya continued to make her mark, not just as a successful entrepreneur, but as a powerful advocate for dignity and fairness. If this story inspired you, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever faced a situation where someone underestimated you? Or have you learned a valuable lesson about treating others with respect? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We read every single one. Let us know where you're watching from and tell us what message from Mariah's story resonated with you the most. Your voice matters, and we'd love to keep this important conversation going. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful and thought-provoking stories. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Together, we can create a world where kindness and respect are the norm. See you in the next video.